Determinant. We learned that a system of linear equations can be expressed in the form of matrices. For example, linear equations in two variables x and y, say a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2, can be expressed in matrix form as matrix a1 b1 a2 b2 into matrix xy is equal to matrix c1 c2. This system of equations can have one unique solution, that is, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. It may have infinitely many solutions if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, or no solution if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, depends on the value of a1, a2, b1, b2. Therefore, the quantity or the number a1 b2 minus a2 b1 determines the solution for the given system of linear equation. This number is called determinant of the matrix a1 b1 a2 b2. For every square matrix A is equal to aij of order n, we can associate a number called determinant of the square matrix A, where aij is equal to aijth element of A. If A is equal to 2 by 2 square matrix with elements A, B, C, D, then determinant A is written as det A is equal to det A, B, C, D. For matrix A, determinant A is read as determinant of A and not modulus of A. Only square matrices have determinants. Determinant of a matrix of order 1. Let A is equal to A be the matrix of order 1. Then determinant of A is defined to be equal to A. Let A is equal to 2 by 2 matrix with elements A11, A12, A21, A22. Then the determinant of A is defined as A11 into A22 minus A21 into A12. Determinant of a matrix of order 3. Determinant of a matrix of order 3 can be determined by expressing it in terms of second order determinants. This is known as expansion of determinant along a row or a column. There are 6 ways of expanding a determinant of order 3 corresponding to each of 3 rows and 3 columns. Consider the determinant of a square matrix A is equal to aij of order 3 by 3. That is, determinant of A is equal to determinant of A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32 and A33. Now, let us see how we find the value of this determinant by expanding it along first row, that is R1. Consider the element A11. A11 belongs to first row and first column of the given determinant A. Delete the first row and first column of the determinant A. Evaluate the value of determinant obtained by deleting the first row and first column of A. That is, determinant of A22, A23, A32, A33. Multiply this determinant value with minus 1 whole to the power of sum of the suffixes in A11 and A11. Step 2. Multiply second element A12 of R1 by minus 1 whole to the power of sum of the suffixes in A12 and the second order determinant obtained by deleting the elements of first row and second column of det A, as A12 lies in R1 and C2. Step 3. Multiply third element A13 of R1 by minus 1 whole power 1 plus 3 and the second order determinant obtained by deleting the elements of first row and third column of determinant A. Step 4. Now, the expansion of determinant of A, that is det A, written as sum of all 3 terms obtained in steps 1, 2 and 3. That is, det A is equal to A11 into A22 A33 minus A32 A23 minus A12 into A21 A33 minus A31 A23 plus A13 into A21 A32 minus A31 A22. Therefore, the final answer of determinant of A when we expand along the first row R1 is A11 A22 A33 minus A11 A32 A23 minus A12 A21 A33 plus A12 A31 A23 plus A13 A21 A32 minus A13 A31 A22. Now, let us expand this determinant A along the row R2 by applying all 4 steps together. So, we get det A is equal to minus 1 whole power 2 plus 1 into A21 into determinant A12, A13, A32, A33 plus minus 1 whole to the power of 2 plus 2 into A22 into the determinant A11, A13, A31, A33 plus minus 1 whole to the power of 2 plus 3 into A23 into determinant A11, A12, A31, A32. On simplification, we get the det value as A11, A22, A33 minus A11, A23, A32 minus A12, A21, A33 plus A12, A23, A31 plus A13, A21, A32 minus A13, A31, A22. We observe that the value of the determinant obtained by expanding along the row R1 and along the row R2 are equal. Similarly, when we evaluate the value of this determinant by expanding along any of the column C1, C2 or C3 also, we get the same value of det A as the properties of determinants. Property 1. The value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. Verification. Let delta is equal to determinant A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Expanding this determinant along first row, we get the value of determinant as A1, B2, C3 minus A1, B3, C2 minus A2, B1, C3 plus A2, B3, C1 plus A3, B1, C2 minus A3, B2, C1. Now, interchanging the rows and columns of determinants, we get the determinant as A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3. Now, expanding along the first column, we get the determinant value as A1, B2, C3 minus A1, C2, B3 minus A2, B1, C3 plus A2, B3, C1 plus A3, B1, C2 minus A3, B2, C1. We observe that both the determinant values are same. Therefore, if A is a square matrix, then determinant of A is equal to determinant of A transpose. Property 2. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then sign of determinant changes. Property 3. If any two rows or columns of determinant are identical, then the value of determinant is 0. If we interchange the identical rows or columns of determinant delta, then delta does not change. However, by property 2, it follows that delta has changed its sign. Therefore, delta is equal to minus delta, which implies delta is equal to 0. Property 4. If each element of a row or column of determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then its value gets multiplied by k. Verification. Let delta is equal to determinant a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 and a3 b3 c3, and delta 1 be the determinant obtained by multiplying the elements of the first row of k. Then delta 1 is equal to determinant of ka1, kb1, kc1, a2 b2 c2 and a3 b3 c3. Expanding this determinant along first row, we get the determinant value of delta 1 as k times delta. Property 5. If some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. For example, determinant of a1 plus lambda 1, a2 plus lambda 2, a3 plus lambda 3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3 is same as determinant of a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3 plus determinant of lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, b1, b2, b3 and c1, c2, c3. Property 6. If to each element of any row or column of a determinant, the equi-multiples of corresponding elements of other row or column are added, then value of determinant remains the same. That is, the value of determinant remains same if we apply the operation Ri turns to Ri plus k or j, or Ci turns to Ci plus k Cj. area of a triangle. In earlier classes, we have learned that the area of triangle whose vertices are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 is given by the expression half into modulus of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Now, this expression can be written in the form of determinant as delta is equal to half into determinant of x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1, x3, y3, 1.
Minors and cofactors. Minor of an element aij of a determinant is the determinant obtained by deleting its ith row and jth column in which the element aij lies. Minor of an element aij is denoted by capital Mij. Cofactor of an element aij denoted by capital Aij is defined by capital Aij is equal to minus 1 whole to the power I plus j into Mij, where Mij is minor of Aij. For example, let us find the minors and cofactors of the elements A11 and A21 in the determinant delta is equal to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23 and A31, A32, A33. Now, minor of A11 is equal to capital M11, which is equal to determinant of A22, A23, A32, A33. This determinant is obtained by deleting the first row and first column where A11 belongs. Now, cofactor of A11 is equal to capital A11, which is equal to minus 1 whole to the power 1 plus 1 into M11, which is equal to A22 A33 minus A23 into A32. Now, minor of the element A21 is the determinant obtained by deleting the second row and first column. Therefore, M21 is equal to determinant of A12, A13 and A32, A33. Now, cofactor of A21 is equal to capital A21, which is equal to minus 1 whole to the power 2 plus 1 into M21. That is minus 1 into A12 A33 minus A13 A32, which is equal to minus A12 A33 plus A13 A32. Note: if elements of a row or column are multiplied with cofactors of any other row or column, then their sum is 0. For example, delta is equal to A11 into capital A21 plus A12 into capital A22 plus A13 into capital A23 is equal to A11 into minus 1 whole power 1 plus 1 into determinant of A12, A13, A32, A33 plus A12 into minus 1 whole power 1 plus 2 into determinant of A11, A13, A31, A33 plus A13 into minus 1 whole power 1 plus 3 into A11, A12, A31, A32, which is equal to A11, A12, A13, A11, A12, A13, A31, A32, A33, which is equal to 0, since R1 and R2 are identical rows. Adjoint and inverse of a matrix. The adjoint of a square matrix A is equal to Aij of order n by n is defined as the transpose of the matrix capital Aij of order n by n, where capital Aij is the cofactor of the element small aij. Adjoint of the matrix A is denoted by adjoint A. Let matrix A is equal to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23 and A31, A32, A33. Then adjoint of A is equal to transpose of capital A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33, which is equal to capital A11, A21, A31, A12, A22, A32, A13, A23 and A33. Singular and non-singular matrices. A square matrix A is said to be singular if its determinant value is 0. A square matrix A is said to be non-singular if its determinant value is not equal to 0. And the inverse exists only for the non-singular matrices. If A is non-singular matrix, then its inverse exists, and it is given by A inverse is equal to 1 by determinant of A into adjoint A. Applications of determinants and matrices in solving linear equations. A system of linear equations is said to be consistent if it has either unique or infinitely many solutions. And a system of linear equations is said to be inconsistent if its solution does not exist. Let us express the system of linear equations as matrix equations and solve them using inverse of the matrix. Consider the system of equations a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. This system of equations can be expressed in matrix form as A matrix is equal to a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 and a3 b3 c3, that is coefficient matrix, and matrix X is equals to x, y, z, variable matrix, and matrix B is equal to d1, d2, d3, which is constant matrix. Then the system of equations can be written as Ax is equal to B. Now two cases exist. Case 1. If A is a non-singular matrix, then its inverse exists. That is, Ax is equal to B. Pre-multiplying by A inverse, we get A inverse multiplied by Ax is equal to A inverse into B. By associative property, we can write this as A inverse multiplied by A into X is equal to A inverse into B. Now, A inverse into A is equal to identity matrix. So, we get I multiplied by X is equal to A inverse into B, which is nothing but X is equal to A inverse into B. This matrix equation provides unique solution for the given system of equations as inverse of matrix is unique. This method of solving system of equations is known as matrix method. Case 2. If A is a singular matrix, then its determinant value is equal to 0. In this case, we calculate adjoint of A into B. If adjoint of A into B is not equal to 0 matrix, then solution does not exist and the system of equations is called inconsistent. If adjoint of A into B is equal to 0, then system may be either consistent or inconsistent according as the system have either infinitely many solutions or no solution.